Welcome to the Morale Booster Network, a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. I remain your host, Dr. John Ughulu. I am an author, speaker, and strategist. I always say experience is the best teacher. You can stream or download this podcast from YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Player FM, and Pandora. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Morale Booster Podcast. I am Dr. John Ughulu, your host. In this season of From Idea to Impact, we will navigate the journey of an author. We will dive deep into the creative process, the challenges, and the triumphs that come with bringing a book to life. In this episode, we are thrilled to welcome our guest author, Regina Robinson. She is the author of The Journey of 30 Unstoppable Women of the Bible Journal. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's embark on this inspiring journey together. If you're just joining us for the very first time, please like and share this broadcast because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. Now, Regina Robinson is a global powerhouse known as the Inner Confidence Curator. She is an award-winning international speaker, best-selling author, and visionary behind the Unstoppable Woman on the Move. That's a movement, Unstoppable Woman on the Move movement. Regina is dedicated to helping women shatter limitations and embrace their greatness. As a catalyst for confidence, she empowers women to break free from stagnation and embrace their unstoppable power in all areas of life, business, and career. Regina's coaching empowers women to ignite their voice, amplify it with purpose, and also to leverage it to create a transformative impact. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please join me as I welcome Regina Robinson on this platform. Thank you, Regina, for joining us.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm awesome, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to, come on this platform to share your story, your journey, and also to inspire people. It's not easy to take time off our work schedule, right?
You're always moving and shaking as a CEO and an entrepreneur. Absolutely.
Awesome. That resonates with me. Thank you once again. How's the weather over there?
So here in the DMV area, it's actually a sunny day. You would be surprised. We're in the middle of we're in the first week of November and we're getting 80-degree days, but I'm not mad at it. I'm excited. I'm embracing and loving it. I'm always open for the warm weather.
Awesome. That's great. Great to know that. Uh, we are in Georgia. It's always a beautiful weather here. Only we get cold in our space. We use so much. we try to keep it cool and chilly.
That's right.
Kind of. But it's a beautiful weather here. So thank you once again for joining me. Now, how many books have you published in total?
So total self-published on my own books, I have a total of 3 books. I've been in 4 book collaborations, and I've helped over 15 women write and publish their own books through my publishing company, Unstoppable at Publishing.
Wow, I always call that a book writing ministry because you're helping people, not just yourself, helping people bring their stories to life, helping people become authors, helping people produce legacies, because our books are legacies that will live longer than
Yes.
us.
Yes. I
Yes.
am
Do
a
you
strong
do, do
yeah,
you agree with that?
yes, I'm a strong believer that your story is your story to experience, but it's not for you to hold on to. And so your story is the courage for someone else to believe they can have the courage to take their first step because you were willing to take your step and share about it. And from years past, you not being here anymore, your story will still be shared with other people and still be their courage and hope, not just for your family, but for people you don't even know.
I agree with you on that. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, this episode is all about helping people understand the journey
Yeah.
of an author. We have a lot of aspiring authors. We have so many people who would love to become authors, but yet they think it is an impossible thing.
Mm.
So, what inspired you to start writing? And was there a particular moment or experience that set you on this path?
So when I first, so my first, very first book, well, my not it wasn't my first. So my very first book, when I started thinking about writing it, my first thought was, well, who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna read my story, right? Who wants to know my story, right? So I'm sure that's a lot of people's thought, like, oh, I have a story, but is there anybody who really wants to hear my story? Yes, your story matters. Like I just said, your story is the hope and courage for someone else to take their first step. So when I first wrote my book, Fearlessly Strutting Your Confidence: 12 Keys to Unlocking Your Inner Confidence, it was about my journey of healing and transformation for what allowed me from going from being just confident on the outside, but tapping into loving and being confident from the inside out, learning how to do that and embrace that. And so I started with that book, and then that book became my platform and movement for me to travel the world speaking on stages, helping other women to know that you can go from being broken to unbreakable, right? You no longer have to stand in where you are. You can actually embrace who you are and who you becoming every day, because every day you're becoming a different version of yourself. And so I believe that if you have a story, you have to put a plan to action to manifest that story, because again, it's not for you. It's so that others can be blessed and others can have impact through the story you were willing to tell.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. That's a very interesting part of the whole journey. You know, identifying those things that really ignite
Yeah.
the purpose within us. And thank you for sharing that with us. And I know as an author, um, it typically does not manifest without going through some setbacks,
Yeah.
challenges along the way. So my
Yes.
question to you is, can you share some of the biggest challenges you faced in your writing journey and how you overcame them?
I think for me, it's a little different because I run a publishing company and I help other people write their story, right? So I went from my first book, and then it took me a really long time to write my second book, which was the journal, which is 30 Unstoppable Women of the Bible. I literally labored because I believe you don't want to put out something that is not a true representation of what you're trying to deliver as the message. So I labored for years over this journal because I wanted to study the women. I wanted to know their stories inside out. I wanted to understand their stories and carry on from their stories how I can take from their message for my life as well before I can share with other people how it's going to help transform their lives. And so for me, it was just being able to take time to set a time for me to write and for me not to be writing for everyone else and helping everyone else. So I took time and paused and said, okay, you know what? It's time for this journal to, it's time for it to reach women. And it's reached women around the world already, and it will continue to do that. And so I'm excited about that. But what I share with other people is set aside time that is a covenant time for you and your writing, and find that special place. For me, I went to the beach and would write. I would sit down at the beach and I would work on this journal. That's not the only place, but that was the majority of the place where you can find that I wrote this journal, right? I would go there and sit by the water and just be studying and reading and writing notes and recording notes. So you have to find first of all, a time and commit time to it. Once you've done that, find places that make you feel creative and that give you that zing when you're writing, right? Because that's important. It makes you feel happy when you're writing. And those areas and different things are going to help you to move forward when you're saying, okay, I know I can do this, right? Because most of us have books written in journals sitting on our shelves, several books. We've just not done anything with it. Some because we don't know what to do, and others because we're afraid saying, like I did in the very beginning, who's going to buy my book? Don't worry about that. Write it, publish it, and watch it sell.
I love that. You know, that question, who's going to buy my book,
Yeah.
is a question that typically discourages a lot of people. Yeah, when I wrote my first book, I wasn't bothered, but I just didn't know how I was going to sell it,
Yeah.
right? And I know that's a major challenge for a lot of people. Uh, so yeah, take notes to everybody who's listening. Um, there's no way on earth you would start writing a book without having those limiting beliefs,
Yes.
without running into challenges that might discourage you. Is that correct,
Mhm.
Regina?
Yes, but just don't allow those to stop you. We have limiting beliefs. All people have limiting beliefs all the time. Don't allow them to stop you. I always say fear. Don't allow fear to punk you out of your tomorrow, right? Because you're
Mm,
so focused on letting it keep you in today that you're so fearful with today that you allow it to snatch your blessings
mhm.
and your dreams for tomorrow. Do it afraid. Like, stop being afraid. It's okay. Ask questions. Ask for help, right? A lot of times we're afraid because we won't ask for help. Ask for help. There is someone out there that can give you the resources, the support, the help you need. And in fact, guess what? My publishing company, we can help you, but you have to ask, right? Now, we don't mean help you for free. We mean we can help you and coach you through it, but we can support you, right? And so, but you have to be willing to ask questions so that you can get the answers you need that will at least get you started, so that you're not standing on the sidelines looking at everybody else talk about their book and you're saying, oh, well, I know I got a book in me too. Well, what are you waiting on? Today is your challenge. Start writing, start going through the process of getting it published, get it edited, right? Get a good designed book cover and make sure you put it out there. And here's one other bonus thing. Don't wait to start selling your book to when your book is done. You should already be talking about your book. You should already be selling your book close to when you're about to be done, as opposed to waiting and then all of a sudden you pop on your social media and talk about you got a book. You should already be dropping seeds and planting and watering them so that when it harvests is manifest for the book to be done, you now have everybody dying to buy and get a copy of your masterpiece.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. You see, if you are still listening to us right now, please remember to like and share this broadcast, because our goal is to provide a level of coaching and mentoring to those who need it. And the information she just dropped here now, it such an information could cost you thousands of dollars
Yes.
to get, but you're getting it on the Morale Booster platform, right? So please like and share it, because there's somebody out there that needs to hear this message. So if you're here, we're still live with Regina Robinson. She is the author of The Journey of 30 Unstoppable Women of the Bible Journal. So, Regina, where can people get a copy of this journal?
You can get it right on our website. If you go to reginarobinson.speaks.com, you can grab a copy of the journal, either one of my books, The Journal or Fearlessly Strutting Your Confidence, 12 Keys to Unlocking Your Inner Confidence, or the 30 Unstoppable Women of the Bible at reginarobinson.speaks.com. Again, reginarobinson.speaks.com on our website.
Yes, thank you so much. I know you all can see her website. You can all see her contact information. She is on several social media platforms as well: Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. All that information is available to you. You don't have an excuse right now. This
Yeah.
is a woman who helps women publish their books. She helps them bring their ideas to
Yes.
life. And she can also do that
For you.
for you. All right. Thank you so much. So let's go to my next question. Um, how has your writing process evolved over time, and what have you learned about yourself as a writer along the way?
Wow. So I think from my first to my second to my third one was not to be a perfectionist, right? And so here's to anyone who's desiring or believing and ready to write a book. Be careful that you don't over edit the book, right? And so when I say that, I mean you keep writing and writing and changing and changing and changing. Yes, you want to make sure it's precise and clean and it's good English and grammar and structure and storytelling, but you also don't want to kill the authenticity of your story as well. So just being able to really share your story, and then understand what it is you should put in there and what you should not put in there, right? Everything is not to go into your book. Some things is just for you, and other things you can share inside the book. So again, remember, everything is not to go inside.
That part that resonates with me, and sometimes just one paragraph
Yeah.
of what you think should be in that book could make up a whole new book entirely. So you don't want to
Yes.
put everything in
Never.
that book. And it's always best to work with people who understand this,
Yeah.
people who can guide you, who can hold your hand, especially if you are new, if you are an aspiring author. Always find mentors, always find coaches, so you don't turn what would have given you four books. You don't want to
Mhm.
put what would have given you four books inside one book, right?
That's right. Yeah,
so
for
so be
sure.
careful about that. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing that. Now, what role do you think community or feedback from both readers and other writers has played in your development as an author?
I think community wise, here's the deal. You have a community of people already. And that community of people, here's the deal. If you leverage that community, they will help you sell your book, right? If you have like graphics and social media postings, leverage your community to ask. Find out, say, oh, I would love to highlight, or leverage your community to say, I would love to let you be a pre-reader in my book. This is gems we're giving here on the Moral Booster. Pre-reader in my book. And if you pre-read, I'll allow you to put, and I will have your testimony in my book. So now that person's now a part of your book as a collab being in your book. And then now they're going to sell because they want to tell people about your book. Why? Because they put a message in your book. And so now you have that community, that collaboration all around your book before your book is even done. And then it gives you an opportunity to let other people read so that they might catch something or feel like you should add something that you might not have even thought of. And it'd be a great opportunity for you to add in because you're not yet done finalized, and you can just slide something extra right in there. But that's all about getting feedback, collaborating with people, and then maximizing off of the collaboration that you are doing with someone else. Building relationships. Those relationships is going to help you leverage your book, sell your book, and not only that, get you booked to speak about your book in different platforms.
Wow, thank you so much. So basically, community and feedback is very
Yes.
important. It helps us understand where we are. It helps us understand what we need to improve on. And yeah, I completely agree with you on what you said. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, so now, typically, I always ask my guests to provide some words of encouragement or advice to people. And being that this program right now, this episode is solely for aspiring authors, I would want you to, let's talk about now looking back at your journey from when you made up your mind that you would start writing to now that you write for people. What advice would you give to aspiring writers who are just starting out?
Okay. Pick up your pen or pick up your phone and start recording if you're using your phone. Start writing if you're using the pen. And get a journal that's dedicated to 100% of you developing your story. When you get that, once you have that, break it down into an outline. What is it that you want to write? Who's your audience? First of all, who's your story for, right? What's your story about, right? And then what do you want to share in your story? Don't get caught up in what's going to be the title of your book. Can I tell you, you'll develop that as you're reading through and you'll almost find it. When I'm in my first coaching session with aspiring authors, I say, okay, tell me everything you would like to talk about in your book. Who is it for? What's it about? What's the book going to be? Like, how many chapters would you want in the book? Tell me that. And by the time we're done with that first coaching session, I can tell them every chapter in their book and the title of that chapter based off of what they've said and what content they can put underneath those chapters. So the goal is to create that outline. Get that journal and start writing from that outline, or use your phone, your notes if you're a phone note keeper, or your recording, voice recording, whatever is your style of writing and learning and developing. That's what you want to use. But it first starts with you. Here's the deal. All of those things, picking up the pen, having the phone, having the voice recording, none of that matters if you first don't believe in you. If you first don't believe your story matters, if you first don't believe, or if you're going to allow the limiting the beliefs to say, my story isn't important, no one's going to buy my story, until you get over that hurdle, having the pen, having the paper journal, having the recording, having the phone won't do anything. But I declare today, you're going to get past the limiting beliefs. You're going to step into your greatness and you're going to begin writing. And your story has the power to change the world.
Amen. Yes, your story has the power to change the world.
Yes.
That's correct. That resonates with me completely, because the world as it is right now, there's so much negativity going on all over the world. And your story can be a source of inspiration to somebody. Your story could be a lifesaver to somebody. So thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. And if you're still listening to us, please remember to like and share this broadcast. Regina, so how how can people contact you if they want to start writing a book? I believe
So
you provide coaching services for, okay, just for women, right? How can women reach out to you?
Yeah, so I do women, and if a man wants to write a book, I do coach with men for writing a book. But primarily, my other coaching for speaking and
Mhm.
confidence coaching is for women. But you can reach me. I'm on all social media: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Regina Robinson Speaks. You can also visit our website at reginarobinson.speaks.com. Our website is unstoppable at publishing.com. But again, you can get to that by being via, you can grab onto that website by going to our regular website, reginarobinson.speaks.com. And when you are ready to write your story and to turn it into your movement and your tribe, then give us a call, because here at Unstoppable Bad Publishing, that's what we do. I am your midwife to help you birth your story so that it can change the world.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. You know, they say whatever has a beginning always has an end.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. We appreciate the fact that you came to the Morale Booster platform to share some words of wisdom, encouragement, and inspiration. We really do appreciate it. And I hope when next I invite you, you will be willing to come and speak to my audience.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And to all of you that are still listening to us right now, we're excited to share some amazing ways for you to stay connected with our mission and continue to grow together. And here's how you can get involved. The first one is you can support our mission and help us continue uplifting lives by making a donation. Your generosity allows us to keep spreading hope and positivity, and nothing is too small to send us a donation. And if you want to do that, visit our website www.johnughulu.com, www.johnughulu.com. Secondly, if you're looking for inspiration, You can also check out our collection of inspirational books that are designed to motivate and encourage you on your journey. Visit our website to purchase these books. It's johnughulu.com. And also, you can tune in to our latest latest podcast episodes, where we share powerful messages of hope, resilience, and personal growth. You can listen now and let the words lift your spirit. The podcast link is also available on our website, johnughulu.com. And lastly, you can become a part of our growing community where we uplift and inspire one another every day. So, with a $10 per month subscription fee, you can subscribe today and receive exclusive content, daily motivation, and access to special events on our website, johnughulu.com. All the information is available for you on the website. And thank you for being a part of this journey with us, because together we can continue to make a lasting impact and spread positivity in all we do. And you who's listening to us right now, I don't know where you're listening to me from. I know we're global by the grace of God. I don't know what part of the world you're currently listening to us from. I don't know what you know about yourself. Neither do I know what the people around you know about you. Yes, you who's listening to me. But here is one thing that I know about you. I know you have greatness within you. I know you have everything within you to transition from where you are to where you want to be. I also know that you have what it takes to become a better version of yourself. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Stay blessed, everybody. Talk to you soon. And thank you once again, Regina. I look
Thank you.
forward to having you on the platform again.
Thank
Bye
you.
now.